is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Right to the air is Carr.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Paris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The Raiders at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now it's Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Second down and 3. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw pulled in by Woods.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, Ryan. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Carr going to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down right around the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on
target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. And he's got some space here.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And he's caught downfield. It's Waller.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Counter play with Jacobs. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
That ball caught by Campbell. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce, 31 yards. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Colts Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Play action, Ryan.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And 22 more yards there and another first down. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offense.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here. First and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal?
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Colts 21. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, Carr. And this is caught inside the 5.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
And even 40 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw.
Finding room at midfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Play action. It's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Ryan.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
31, Colts 28. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman,
37 yards.
And the Colts have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
35, Raiders 31. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Carr now on first down. And he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now Ryan. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
it's caught at the 10.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
66 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's Carr.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Raiders 31.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.